Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to talk about the fourth episode of Solo Leveling. So let's start the review. Jinwoo jumps in order to escape the pounce and notices his increased physicality. Jinwoo panics and punches the red wolf to the wall and gets surprised about his strength. Jinwoo starts to throw punches but they do not do any damage. Jinwoo remembers and calls the inventory and took out Kim's sword and cuts the red wolf in half. Jinwoo remembers that the Kim bought this sword in 3 million and his wounds are healing on leveling up. Two more wolves arrives, but now Jinwoo is confident that he has an expensive weapon to deal with them. As the wolves close in, Jinwoo's sword gets stuck in the floor. Jinwoo unstuck the sword and cleaves off one of the wolves' head while the other runs away. Jinwoo takes the sigh of relief and notices that his level is 2 now. Leveling up gives him 5 points to each parameter compared to daily quest training which only gives him 3 points. Jinwoo collects the loot from the wolves and sell it for 20 gold while acknowledging that the instance dungeon is different compared to the gates who threatens his world. As Jinwoo finally admits that he can level up, the red wolves arrive in large number and attack him. Jinwoo now confident holds his ground. As he is slaughtering them, he starts to enjoy it. Jinwoo kills so many wolves that he levels up multiple times and receives the title of Wolf Assassin, which grants him 40% boost to all abilities against animal type monsters. Jinwoo acquires teleportation stone and thinks about leaving the dungeon, but realizes that he might not get this chance to get strong like this. Juhi gets a call from Hunter Association about the dungeon break at nearby area for a raid which she agrees. Jinwoo kills so many monsters that now Red Wolf appears to be weak to him and his sword gets worn out. His level went up to 15 and he decided to take down the boss of the dungeon. Jinwoo arrives at the platform and the boss immediately slams him on the wall, breaking his sword in half. The boss revealed to be an armored snake named Blue Venom fanged Kasaka. Jinwoo tries his best but can't seem to pierce his armored skin and gets thrashed in the process. The boss knocks Jinwoo around and had an easy time with him. Jinwoo starts to lament his strength and has a flashback of him hearing about his title as the weakest hunter in the world. Jinwoo starts to monologue how strong can do anything they want and how weak can never defy them, so he will become strong instead of being kind. Jinwoo gets his focus back and gets behind Kasaka's blind spot and crushes his neck with his bare hands and kills it. Jinwoo receives a dagger with Kasaka's venom debuff and Venom's buff as a poison. Jinwoo gets outside the station and gets greeted by a soldier who's evacuating the civilians from the dungeon break area. Soldier brings Jinwoo to the battlefield where a raid party is barely holding on against the boss. Juhi is on the field still traumatized and can't use her powers properly. Jinwoo swings the broken sword at the boss and shatters his defenses and the party defeats the boss easily. Tank is the only one who realizes that they did not defeat the boss themselves and gets shocked by Jinwoo's strength, thinking he might be a high rank hunter. Jinwoo, surprised by his strength, leaves the area while Juhi, catching a glimpse of Jinwoo's silhouette,